Hello all, welcome to my channel. So as you know, we are discussing on this bitter gourd, and we saw that the leaves are drying out, and what we need to do again to bring it back to original green, right? So I could not do this video sometime since I was on vacation, but I ensured that my tenant will be watering the plants every day, the two by seeing this wetness of the soil. Okay, so let me tell you what I have done. So so if you see, this is getting dried out, so the bitter gourd is getting dried out. Luckily we see this flowers coming up and the buds we see, and also the bitter gourd. So almost we harvested 5 to 6 bitter gourd this season, and you could see that there are around 20 bitter gourds now. So even though these leaves are drying out, so we see that bitter gourd are in good shape and good size. Okay, and those are green in color. So if you see here, the flowers are here and the leaves are dried out, and still we can see the bitter gourd coming up. Okay, lot of small bitter gourds also coming up, if you see. So this was ripened, so I will keep it for this seeds purpose. So once it is completely ripened out, we will open that, we'll take the seeds out and we'll dry it and we'll store it. Okay, so if you see here, just have a watch on this bitter gourd hanging. So the plant is going up also on the ropes, if you see, up to the terrace, and the growth is good, I say. The only concern is on the roots. So to fix this issue, what we had done earlier, so we dug up holes in the soil, thinking that the excess water might be the reason, and later we sprayed this 3G formula, ginger, garlic and green chili. So that also did not fix our issue, and we still see that the stems are drying out and the leaves are getting curled and drying out, right? So next thing what we had done is we applied a neem oil spray also. So neem oil diluted with detergent soap, and again we sprayed it, but still there is no improvement. And finally, with a bit of research, I understand that this could be the reason. So nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Okay, so NPK is also very much required for the roots to get strengthened and the buds to flourish, and also for this bitter gourd or the vegetables to grow. Okay, and also NPK helps in the photosynthesis of the plant, okay, thereby aiding the good plant growth. So what I had done is I booked this online. This, you can see this NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. This is a salt actually. So I mixed this couple of spoons of NPK with water, and I sprayed it on the plant. Completely I sprayed it around the roots of bitter gourd. See, here we have 3 bitter gourds here, bitter gourd plants, and I sprayed it around the roots and also applied on the leaves, because you see there is a lot of dry leaves and all, right, dry stems and all. So I thought this is a time we need to apply it on the leaves also. So I can see some green shoots coming up now, if you see, but I can't confirm. Let us wait for some more time, because the amount of leaves which got dried up, right, that was huge or more in number. So let us not confirm as of now. Let us wait for more time, and then we'll confirm. Okay, so last resort what we have done is NPK we applied, nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus, and we mix that in water. It's kind of salt which got absorbed in the water completely, and then we sprayed. If you see here, this is a spray which I made. This is a liquid spray which I made, and now it is there is a sun here, hot sun, and let us not spray it, and we spray it during the evening time, okay, or in the morning time. So let's hope that the bitter gourds will recover with this NPK solution. Okay, so let's go for a quick walk around on this terrace. So this is again the groundnut. So this is good, and here if you see the groundnut getting dried up. So when it's completely dried, then we can see the groundnuts coming up in the soil. Then we can dug up and we can see the groundnuts. Okay, so here we have greens here. Okay, it's a creeper which will go up, and here we have chilies, and we have marigold, and this is a drumstick plant. So this one I need to change the container here. Okay, this is a small one for a drumstick which will grow big, right? And these are the crotons here, and we transplanted these cottons, so they are looking a bit dull and weak. So this is a curry leaf plant. So this is almost 5-year-old. Since 5 years we are maintaining this in our balcony earlier when we are staying in apartment, and now also it's going up, and it gave us a lot of curry leaves actually. Okay, but the size remains like this only, but it gave a lot of leaf for us. And here if you see tomatoes coming up, and here you see greens here, amaranthus, and this is a cucumber which I put, and this is again greens. Okay, I want to show this mint leaf. So earlier, if you see 4 months back, it was only 2 plants which we see here. So I thought that it should grow big and we need to get the complete tub filled with mint. So luckily, if you see now, it spread out like anything. I did not do anything for this. So 1-2 plants earlier, it was completely blank, empty this space tub. Now if you see, there is no space at all. It completely mint completely occupied. And you see this corns also, I put a couple of corn seeds, 3 corn seeds I put, and the corn is coming up. And here is the cucumber again. So once it go up, then we'll tie some rope so it will go up. And this is the gongora again. And here you see banana. So remember that banana need more water. So whenever I water the plants, so I ensure that I'll couple of times I put a banana so that they'll get enough water supporting the roots. And pomegranate here, and marigold, and if you see chilies here. And I want to tell again one more thing. So here if you see, there is a white pest kind of thing. So white insect is there. Okay. So let us apply 3G formula for this, or neem oil spray. I will do this now, and next video I can show you the result, how it works. Neem oil spray we will do. Okay. So last time we applied neem oil spray for this chili plant, and we can see some improvement, but not that much great. Okay, for here also, if you should always see in the back of the leaves. Okay, still we see some white powdery insects, right? So let us spray some neem oil, and next video I'll update the result. And here we have papaya, and here we have guava. And last time also I see mealybugs infected for this guava plant. A lot of mealybugs was there in the backside of this guava. Then I applied neem oil spray, so that completely cleared all the mealybugs. Now you don't find any mealybugs here. So similarly we'll apply that neem oil spray for this chili plant also. So we need to search for each and every leaf. If you see here, yes, there is some mealybug formation here, if you see, right? So we'll apply neem oil again and see today. And here if you see, 30 days back we put this amaranthus seeds, and they are growing up. This is 30 days old amaranthus. See the tomato also coming up here. So this box is empty. We'll put some palak seeds and all in this box. Okay. So next video, let us review what happened to this bitter gourd. So luckily we have a good bitter gourd. Flowers are good, buds are good, but only thing is that there is dry leaves, and we see a lot of dried stems and all. So let us see how this will work. I'll continue spraying this NPK solution for weekly once we will do, and let us see the result. Okay. So almost we see that 20-25 bitter gourds we see, but the thing is the shape is not that much big, and there are multiple sizes here, the bitter gourd. So let us see next time if we need to think of this NPK solution from the beginning itself, because as you know, as we need vitamins, minerals, calcium and all for us, right? So similarly plants also need all these nutrients. Okay. So thanks for watching my videos always. Let's meet again in a week and let us review the situation. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Bye.